Hi, reading group. So I'm going to read aloud the 2 chapters for today. So the first chapter is chapter 7, In the Kitchen. And then the next chapter is chapter 8, Getting Them Ready. So in the kitchen. I spent the rest of the afternoon fixing up a nice place for Mush in the garage. Mrs. Brillo went home at 5. My parents didn't get home until 6. That gave me an hour to fix Mush some supper. I invited her into the kitchen. I don't have any kibble, I said. I can get some tomorrow. What's kibble? Mush asked. Dog food. It comes in a bag. You pour some out and mix it with water. Then you eat it out of a bowl. It sounds disgusting, Mush said. Well, what would you like to eat? I asked. I can make you a frozen chicken dinner. That doesn't appeal to me either, Mush said. Do you mind if I just look around for myself? Mush opened cupboards and the refrigerator. It was surprising to see how she was able to handle things with her paws and nose. I sat on the high kitchen stool and watched. Mush opened a drawer and removed a sharp knife. Then she sliced a tomato. She peeled some leaves off a head of lettuce and put the lettuce back in the refrigerator. I was more than surprised. I was amazed. I was more than amazed when she put 2 slices of bread in the toaster, opened a jar of peanut butter, and spread it on her toast with a knife. Here's a picture of Mush and Kelly. After she ate her sandwich, she swept up the crumbs and washed everything she had used. That is incredible, I said. What, a peanut butter, lettuce, and tomato sandwich on toast? Mush asked. You must not know very much about cooking, if that impresses you. Sometime I will teach you to prepare a roast duck with all the trimmings. But now I had better go to the garage. Your mother and father will be home any minute. Can you tell that because of your dog instincts? I asked. I can tell that because the kitchen clock says it's 5 minutes to 6, said Mush. And there's the clock. And the questions for chapter 7, In the Kitchen. What does Mush think of Kelly making her kibble? So, how do you think Mush feels about kibble? The next one. What kind of sandwich does Mush make? And the last question for this chapter. How do you think your parents would feel if you snuck a pet inside of the house? How do you think they would feel? All right, on to the next one. Chapter 8. Getting Them Ready. We didn't have a chance to go to the market, my mother said. I hope you won't mind frozen chicken dinners tonight. Do you know how to cook roast duck with all the trimmings? I asked. We're just a little disorganized, dear, my father said. Everything will be normal soon. While we were eating our frozen chicken dinners, I said, I have decided what kind of dog I want. A mushamute. I don't believe I have ever heard of that kind of dog, my mother said. They are very rare, I said. Dear, do you think you would be all right by yourself tomorrow, my mother asked. Of course, I said. Mrs. Brillo left a note, my mother said. She has quit her job as your babysitter. She is going to Colorado to work in a gold mine. I am very disappointed in her. I'll be fine, I said. And you can fix your own lunch? My mother asked. It's very simple. You just put the frozen chicken dinner in the microwave. Lunch will not be a problem, I said. We will look for another babysitter, my father said. It may take some time. It was not easy to find Mrs. Brillo. You know, I really do not need a babysitter, I said. We know you feel that way, my mother said. It is really for our peace of mind. We want to know that you are safe. I would be safe if I had a big dog to stay home with me, I said. Like a mushamute, for example. They are quite large. It would be cheaper than a babysitter, my father said. All a dog needs is a bag of kibble. Or some kind of food, I said. Mushamutes don't care for kibble. Of course. The dog would have to be well trained, my mother said. Mushamutes are highly educated, I said. Well, we will think about it, my father said. Meanwhile, we will look for a babysitter. It was hard work, but I had gotten the idea into their heads. And there's a picture of the microwave with the frozen chicken inside. And here are the questions for Chapter 8, Getting Them Ready. Number 1, what is the market? Number 2, why did Mrs. Brillo quit her job as Kelly's babysitter? And number 3, if you could have any breed of dog, what would you choose and why? So tell me why.